Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel and part 3 of the Fairyland Circus from the Imaginary World of Jane F. Hankins. So this is where we've got to so far, and as promised, I finished the mushrooms, and I put a little bit of white Uniball Signo over those to just to ensure that the little white dots are filled in. I've coloured in the back of this lovely ringmaster, and I've coloured, I've given these a glow in the background here, and this little bug that looks to me like he's part of the exhibit of the circus. So today we're going to focus on the tents, the teddy bear and the rabbit, filling in these little guys, and we'll have a complete page. Oh sorry, and of course let's not forget this wonderful ringmaster here. Okay, so I'm going to bring you in and we'll get started. Okay, right, let's do this main tent. Now I want this one to be bright and for it to stand out, so I've chosen oranges, different hues of orange. So I have got, let me put them in order and lay them out for you. I have got, where are you? There. I've got mineral orange, cadmium orange, and Spanish orange. 1003, 118, 1033. Okay, so we're going to start with our darkest, which is cadmium orange, and we're going to do this in stripes. It's not all going to be orange. So I'm just checking you're in sharp. So we're going to start with an orange stripe. So we're going to come down here, give ourselves a bit of a fade outline. That's cadmium orange. Then we're going to go in with our mineral orange. Going to come down, actually avoid the stripe, just making sure that you're in sharp. Going to carry on and fill this bit in, and then a tiny bit here, and then we're going to go over with Spanish orange. Okay, let's go back and redo that. So, cadmium orange, mineral orange, and then our Spanish orange. Okay, that's the first stripe done. Let's do another one. Let's do, so we'll have orange, the next colour, orange, so let's do this one, orange. Nice and bright. Tiny spaces. So we filled that in, and then our last colour. There. Okay. Now, the yellow stripe we're going to do with these three colours. So we're going to have, just make sure that they're in shot, jasmine 1012, sand 940, and cream 914. Okay, so we're going to start with our darkest of those colours, which is jasmine. I'm going to go in at the top, same as we've done with the oranges. Use the darkest, come down to where the darkest of our oranges are. Then I'm going to go in with sand. And then a little bit of cream. Okay, so that's how that's going to look. We can go back over that, tidy it up. Sand. And then the cream. There. Okay, now I said if you watched part 1 and part 2 that here I'm going to have these sides closed like this tent is. So we're going to use these colours, and we're going to come down to the lightest bit at the bottom. So I'm putting in jasmine first, and we're going to go around there. These will be silhouetted out. So a bit of jasmine in there. Okay, then we're going to come to our sand, blend with the sand. And then the cream. Just centralise you a bit. Okay, I'm thinking that might not be bright enough at the top, so I'm going to take the mineral orange. No, I won't actually. I'm going to take the Spanish orange, 1003, and I'm just going to do a tiny bit around the top here, give it a bit more of a brighter glow. There, that's better. There we are, and then go back in with our jasmine. And then the cream at the bottom. Oh no, sorry, sand. Sand. Thought it jumped. There we go. And then a little bit of sand. Cream. Goodness me, I'm sorry. There we are. Okay. So now we need, that's how we're going to continue. So the yellows, the orange yellows, you get the idea. So this other tent here is going to be blue, and then this one down here is going to be orange. So I'm going to make this stripe around this tent blue. So I'm using the colours that we used for our little lady's eyes, and that is ultramarine and Mediterranean blue, 902 and 1022. And pretty much like we did for her eyes, we're going to, I'll just do the ones that I've done because I don't want to smudge dark into these. I'm going to do a tiny bit of Mediterranean blue at this side, and here, and then go over that with, sorry, that was ultramarine, and then go over that with Mediterranean. Let me do that again and see if I can get those colours right. So, ultramarine, and then Mediterranean blue. Again, ultramarine, Mediterranean blue, and then I might just, let me just give this a shot. Oh no, it's fine. Just use the powder blue 1087 and just in the centre there, just lighten that up. There. Okay. I'm not happy with that. I'm just gonna tidy that up. I know I'm faffing, but there. That's better. Worth the faff, see? Okay. So that's how our orange tent's going to be done. The flags, let me move you down, there we go. Because this is an orange tent and we've got blue stripes, we're going to use the same colours to do the flags. So I'm going, oh look, I've just noticed that there's a little bit of bark in there that I haven't filled in. There we are. So I'm going to use the same colours. So ultramarine, I'm going to go, just checking you can see, around the top, a little bit at the side here, and round the bottom. There we are. And then in with the Mediterranean blue, and avoiding that star. I'm thinking that I might put some gold gel pen on those little spaces. And let's do this other one together. There's another space of tree, look, I haven't filled in there. Okay. So, nice and simple, ultramarine, and there, look. There we are. Still with the ultramarine. And then in with the Mediterranean blue. And now let's do that last tiny one while I'm here. Another bit of bark. Okay. Same again, ultramarine. And Mediterranean blue. So, you've probably guessed it by now then. There they are. You've probably guessed it by now. These are the colours that we're going to use for this tent. So, ultramarine, Mediterranean blue and powder blue. I will just lay them out for you. So, there they are. Yeah, ultramarine, Mediterranean blue and powder blue. Okay, so the same as we did for the orange tent, I'm going to come down here with the dark blue, the ultramarine, so as a blending line. Then down this side, carrying on with the Mediterranean. Tiny bit there. Then we're going to take the powder blue and go over the whole thing. There we are. We can go back in and deepen that up. Just tidy up. There we are. Okay, the cream stripes are going to be the same as we did on the other side. So we're using jasmine, coming down as far as our dark blue with the jasmine. We're going to use sand, and I'm going to come in a little bit there with the sand, and then taking cream. Okay, going back over it, so jasmine, sand, and a little bit of cream. There. So again, those stripes, that's how I'm going to do those stripes. So blue, yellow, blue, yellow, blue, yellow. Okay. So the stripes on the blue tent are going to be orange. So I want, again, the cadmium orange, mineral orange, and no. We'll have mineral orange, and we'll have Spanish orange for the stripes. Okay. So just as we did on the other stripes, we're going to do the same here. We're going to go in with our dark colour and do the edge. And then we're going to go in with our Spanish orange. I'm going to give that a better blend. Go over the whole thing. There we are. So that's how I'm going to do those. Okay, so the flags are going to be our 3 oranges. Let me just brush that off, it's annoying me. There we go. So our 3 flags are going to be orange. So I'm going to use my mineral orange, and I'm going to go along the top. And I'm going to use cadmium orange. There we go. I'm going to blend that out with Spanish orange. There we are. Okay, so mineral orange, cadmium orange, and then blend with Spanish. There we go. There's a tiny little bit of tree there. Okay, mineral orange, cadmium, and blend with Spanish. There. Okay. So that's how they're going to be done. Let's come up a minute. There we are. So, what's left to do? We've got the stripes on the side of the tent, the silhouette in here, Teddy and Rabbit. Should we finish the tent? Let's finish the tent. Okay. Here we are. Okay. So our stripes down the side I'm going to do very simple because it's going to be hard to get a lot of detail in those little tiny lines, but we're going to try. So I'm going to start here and I'm going to use the Mediterranean blue. Very lightly, and then go over it with powder blue. And then down the side, down the next stripe, I'm going to use jasmine and cream. Jasmine, oh, my thumb's in the way, sorry, and cream. I'm going to keep going like that. So Mediterranean blue. And a little bit of powder blue. And jasmine and cream. I took the wrong colour then, that was lucky. Okay, so that's how I'm going to do the little stripes on this tent. Let's have a look at this one. This one I'm going to do blue as well. Now because we did that beautiful rich mushroom colour that we've got curtains, I'm going to do this little swag round here. That's also going to be done in, let's do it in blue actually. And it will pick out the rest of the tents. So we're going to take our ultramarine, going to fill that in entirely, ultramarine and Mediterranean blue, and I'm going to go over with a tiny bit of sky blue just so we can see those swags in it. There we are. We'll do that. Ultramarine, Mediterranean blue, oh, and there we have it. So that tent, this tent is going to be done exactly the same as we're doing that orange tent. Okay, right, let's do this little guy, shall we? This little bunny. So for him I've selected French Greys. We're going to start with a little bit of Deco Pink 1014, and I'm going to do his little nose. There, he's got a little pink nose, and the inside of his ear there is going to be pink. We might do a little outline there. There. Okay. So the French Greys that I've chosen are 50%, 30% and 10%. There. Okay. Right, going to take the 50% and I'm going to very lightly go around his little face. It's very tiny. Then I'm going to go in with the 30%. And then I'm just going to blend it all with the 10. There we are. Little bunny. One little bunny. There we go. Okay. Let's do the hiding teddy, shall we? So I've chosen chocolate, my stubby little chestnut, and again my stubby little light umber. Okay, so we're going to do the same with him. I'm going to put a little bit of the Deco Pink on his little nose and some in his little ear there. And then I'm going to go in with chocolate, and we're going to do what we did before. So I'm going to do around the edge, just making sure you can see. His little paws, and his little body. There we are. Then I'm going to take my chestnut, I'm going to go around his ear roll. Okay, and then we're going to blend it all together with the light umber. There he is. Okay, let me zoom out. Right, so we've done quite a bit just there. So we know how to finish the tents. We've done the rabbit and the teddy. Should we focus on the ringmaster for a minute? Let's do him. Okay, come back in. Oops, wrong way, sorry. Let's come back in. There we are. So, what do we think about him? Isn't he gorgeous? Now, I think he needs to look rich and expensive. So I'm going to do the same as do his hat and his coat, the same as the curtains. So he can be wearing the red velvet, like the curtains are made of. So the same colours we used before. Tuscan Red 937, Pomegranate 159 and Magenta 930. Okay, I think I need a little bit of cream in between his jacket there, look. There. Okay, so we're going to let's do his hat too. I'm going to take a darkest of our colours and I'm going to follow Jane's lines all the way around. Feel his little feathers in there, then just one side, and then I'm going to go in with the brightest of our colours, which was Magenta, and fill that in because I'm not going to get all three colours in that tiny little space. There, so he's now got his red luxury hat on. Let's do his little jacket. So I'm going to go around the edge, it's very fiddly, around the edge with the Tuscan. It's got a little bit here. There we are. Then I'm going to use the pomegranate, go over that. There, and the magenta. There we are. And he's got his luxury outfit. Okay, he's got a little moustache going on, so let me just grab, I want a tiny bit of, let me see, yeah, tiny bit of Deco Peach 1013. I'm just going to fill in his little face, just so he's got a bit of colour. Okay, and then I'm going to take the 50% French grey, And I'm going to fill in his little hair and his tiny little tash. There. Oh, look, and his little hand here. And then it looks like the inside of his jacket. So I'm just going to use the magenta. I'm just going to fill that bit in again. Okay. Let's give him some black shoes. Let's see, black shoes and let's give him black shoes. So 935 black shoes. Black shoes there. And a black waistcoat. There. I'm going to take the magenta. Yeah. I'm going to fill. I've missed his collar there. Look. Okay. And then he's going to have little green trousers. So I'm using 1090. Okay. There we go. I'm going to put a little bit more colour behind him. So let me try the deco yellow because I've missed bits here. And now I've coloured him in, you can see those bits. Let me put a bit of that in. Okay. And there. Okay, then I'm going to take a metallic pen out of these Uniball pens, and I'm just going to do the little rings. Now if I tried to colour those in with pencil, they're so tiny it would be very difficult, so I'm going to do gold gel pen. Can you see? Okay, that's that little guy finished. Right, what's left for us to do? Well, when I come to do those, I'm either thinking that the stars and the moons will be blue, or I'll use that gold gel pen. I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. Now, all the way down here, we've got these lovely excited little fairy folk that can't wait to get to their party, to their circus. And I'm going to silhouette them, the deeper ones at the back there, I'm going to silhouette them out. Let's just put a little bit in there. So, let me see, I want to fill in our little fairy first before she gets lost in it all. So, like our little lady's dress, I'm just going to give her some pinks. So I've got here Pink Rose 1018, and I'm just going to give her a tiny bit of colour. She's so small, but she does deserve to be seen in her own right. There we are. A little bit of tree behind her. Let me just... Okay. There we are. There she is. Now we've got a little fella here. He can be... Let's colour him in green. Let's give him a green hat. There we are. He can be in green. This little lady down here can be blues. So Mediterranean. Just lightly. And powder blue. And her wings can be powder blue, like that, just so they've got a little bit of colour. And Let's see. This one needs some colour too. She can have, no, not yellow wings because they won't show up. Let's have mineral orange. Do her little wings, mineral orange and cream. And then we'll do the same for her outfit, just so she's got some colour. There we are. There we go. Now, to silhouette them out, let's use this tent, it might be easier for you to see. I'm going to use Sepia 948, so it's less harsh than using a black. And I'm literally going to follow Jane's lines. I'm not doing anything else, I'm just going to follow exactly where Jane's put those lines in. There. Can you see? There we go. So it's dark, but it's less harsh than being black. So there we are, we've got our little silhouettes. And down here, all these little guys that are too small to give any definition to, I'm going to put them in silhouette. So he can be darkened up, look, with a little bit of sepia. There we are. Okay, right. Let's come out. There we go. Let's move you down. I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to finish up the 3 tents, colour the silhouettes in, and we'll meet back up when this beautiful page is fully complete. Okay, I'll see you in a second. Okay guys, there she is. She's finished. What a beautiful picture. I just love everything about it, and I can't wait to get my hands on some more Jane F. Hankins books. So, when I last left you, I hadn't done the tents. They're now complete. Let me zoom you in a little bit so you can see some of the detail. There we go. So, I completed the little tents, and I put the sepia in the background to give the shadow in, and I made the seat the blue, the same as the tent. Up here on this little guy, I went over with some black pencil just to bring out the filigree around that little lamp, and I put a little bit of blue in his rings because they just looked lost with just the gold. So that brought that out. And then down here in this entrance, I silhouetted out the figures as we'd mentioned with sepia, and you'd used sepia again to follow the lines that Jane had given us to show their shadows. So there they are. Okay, let's move back out. Keep going. Now, I have had the most fun ever doing this tutorial. I have loved it, and I have to say a massive thank you to Jane and her publishers for letting me use it. And like I said, I can't wait to get my hands on more of Jane's work. I have linked her down below, her YouTube, Instagram and website, along with the publisher's website, so you can go and check them all out down there. She's please go and check out her channel. She is on YouTube with us and has got lovely images on Instagram of her sculptures and other things that she does. She's very creative, an amazing artist. So please go and have a look and check her out. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. And I've had a whale of a time doing this 3-part series. So thank you for joining me along that journey. So until next time, guys, take care of yourselves and I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.